Hello friends, welcome back to the session 2 of Blender that we started yesterday. So as per the today's plan, we will continue with further explanation of next step in Blender. So right now as you can see my screen, Blender is already open, and in the same way like we did yesterday, here I have already enabled the screencast. So whichever keys I press, you can easily see. And today we are going to cover a few things in edit mode, that is this edit mode. So let me cover the topics quickly, and we will cover these topics in detail today, but we will create just the basic shapes as we have to go step by step. Today we just have to understand this topic, switching between object modes and edit mode. We will try to understand how it works, and then understanding vertex, edge, face selection, using move, rotate and scale tool effectively. Then we will be exploring extrude, loop cut and merging basics, you can say. Then we will be editing some primitives as well, like cubes, sphere, cylinder and maybe torus as well. And we will understand how we can keep the geometry clean. I think that would be more than enough for today. So let's start. Okay, so as you can see, let me do Control N. I will take a new scene. So this is the default elements that we get every time when we start Blender, and when we take a new scene. Camera, cube, light, it will always be there. Whenever you start Blender, as per your need, you can keep it or delete it. For now, let me delete it. So the scene is completely clean. There is nothing in the scene, you can see. Hope you are aware about the navigation that we covered in the first session. So let me quickly recall it for you before I proceed further. So middle mouse is orbiting towards your scene. Shift plus middle mouse click, like you have to hold both, and then if you move your mouse, you can pan it, and then control plus middle mouse zoom. So hope you are clear with the handling of UI. Now let's quickly draw an mesh. Okay, I will draw a cube here. Now right now the action I can do with this cube is I can just move it, rotate it, like I'm doing from these tools, and then I can scale it in any axis, or if you have to scale it in all three axes, like again, like this is a scaling in 2 axes, press S and then scale it, it will get a scale in all 3 axes. So these are the basic operations that you can do right now in this object mode. Today, as we are going to understand these modes, how it works in Blender, so that's why I'm starting from here itself. So in object mode, you can do these operations. Same things, same similar thing you can do from here also, like transforming, then rotating, and then scaling. But you must be curious how you can select this corner and like distort the shape, adjust the shape. If I say, in order to do that, you have to go to edit mode. So here if you click on this drop down, second option is edit mode, and in order to go to edit mode, like you must have some objects in your scene. Let's check once. Now see all the modes are disabled. If you have to go inside any other mode than object mode, then there should be some object, some elements in the scene, then only these different modes will get activated. So let's quickly add a cube again. Now you can see like these all modes gets activated. We have various modes as per our need. We can use these different modes, but today we are going to just focus on edit mode. Okay, so from here you can go to edit mode, just click on this drop down, or you can again get back to object mode. There is a shortcut also. Right now I'm in object mode. If I have to go to edit mode, press tab. See, right now I am in edit mode. Again press tab to get back to object mode. Basically it is a toggle button. Tab is a toggle button to switch between two active modes. Why I mention this two active modes? Basically what happens, let's say I'm in edit mode, okay, and now I'm going to sculpt mode, right, because I have to do some adjustment in the message. Now if I press tab, it will go to edit mode. It will access the last used mode. Understand it like this, it will access the last used mode. If you press tab, it will toggle between last two used modes. That's what I wanted to clarify here. So right now, like if you keep pressing tab, it will toggle between these two modes, sculpt and edit. But if you are in object mode, it will like toggle between object mode and edit mode. So hope you are clear that tab is the shortcut for switching different modes, but it will use the last two used modes while working. Okay, so let's move further. Hope this mode switching is clear. Now in edit mode, you can see there are a few other steps got activated when I change the mode. First of all, these toolbars are appearing. It has various different tools that we will be using eventually as per our need while we will be doing the modeling. Apart from this, like you can see here, these black lines, these small dots, and this planes itself. I will call it plane for now. And you can see these three option here. So this is highlighting a point. Point means vertex. In technical term, we call it vertex. So vertex means these points. These points are called vertex. You can see these white points. Now if I have to select these black lines, these are called edges. Right now it is not getting selected when I am clicking on it because right now I am in vertex mode. So what is the key and how you can switch between this vertex, edges and face mode? Again, the new term face is this planar thing, this plane, these sides. Right now you can see like we have 6 sides in this cube, so these sides are called faces. So in order to select the edge, just click on this second option and now you will be able to select the edges. In the similar way, if you are on this face mode, you can select these faces also. In order to select multiple faces, you have to hold shift and then keep clicking on required faces. So here you have to note it down that shift is the shortcut for selecting multiple faces. Now how you can switch between these three modes? because we will be switching between these three modes very frequently when we will be doing some modeling. Like if we are creating some object, then we will be switching between these three modes very frequently. So one is vertex mode, two is edge mode, and three is face mode. Let me deselect the one is vertex mode. I am able to select the vertex. Now if I press 2, those vertex points are gone. Now edge mode is activated. Now if you have to go to face mode, press 3. Now face mode is activated. So hope this is clear till here. Okay, now we'll move forward. Since we are now aware about vertices, face and edges, basically no matter which object you are creating, that will be composed of vertices, faces and edges. These three things together will make an object, whether it is just a cube or the entire human maze, or like let's say a chair or table, that will be just composed of this vertices, faces and edges. This is how these meshes works. Okay, so moving next, since we are aware about these three modes, now what we can do with these three things. Let's say I have to do some distortion in this cube. So how I can do? I will go to vertex mode. I have to move this corner. So there are two ways. Either yesterday I told, in the last session I told that if you press G, grab mode will get activated, and once you start moving your mouse, you can move it. But right now, like since you are not able to decide the axis, that in which axis you are moving, it is like moving as per your mouse movement. So select this vertex and you can see this move tool. If you go to the move tool, your gizmo is appearing, and now you can move it in different axes also as per your need. Both are same. See, so this grabbing and moving is clear. In the similar way, you can do with the edges. If you want to, let's say, move the entire edge itself, you can move it. You can move it by grabbing also. You can rotate it even. See, if you are in vertex mode and if you try to rotate this one, probably this is just a point, so you will not be able to see any rotation differences. But once you select two vertices, then if you rotate it, again I'm pressing R to rotate, the shortcut, or you can do it from here also. So you can see the differences. Now similar thing you can do in this face mode also. So right now face, one face I have selected by pressing 3, and I can scale it down. I can move by grabbing it. I can rotate it as per my need. So these are the basic operations that we are doing on mesh, and these are the activity that we will keep doing in order to create n number of objects. So my main motive here to go in detail right now is to make you capable of understanding how Blender function, how it works, how you can handle the tools. Once you are aware about that, rest you are creative enough to create anything. So till here I think everything is clear. Let's move to the next thing. Now we will try to add more I mean extrusion, or we'll try to extrude some of the faces. That extrude mode also we are going to use very frequently in creation of any object or anything. So let's say if I have to add another block over here similar to this, there could be multiple ways, but there is a tool that is here, extrude region. E is the shortcut for this. So let me show you. I click on this and now you can see this plus icon. If I move it, see, I added another similar block by extruding it. Let's add one more. So this is how you can extrude it. Once you click outside, again, like that selection is gone. If you click, you are in this tool, so you can extrude it again if you want. Again, if you change to different mode, like if you want to move it, press G and you can move it like this. Once you are in move tool like this, then this tool gets deactivated. Now no extrusion will happen, but you can adjust it, like transforming, rotating and scaling you can still perform as per your need. Let's scale it a bit up. Now if you want to go out of this edit mode, again press tab. Your object look like now this. So how we create models? Basically we draw some similar primitives, similar shape. Let's say I have to create something. Maybe we can do it, we can understand it in a better way through some examples. So let me check. Okay, so let's create a basic table using all of this stuff. Again, I have taken a new scene. I'm deleting all of the existing item that is already there in the scene. I will add a whether cube, plane, which one I should add. Okay, let's go with the cube again. I will keep it very simple for the initial sessions, so that it can be it will not be any more confusing for anyone. So I have this cube. I will make it something like a wooden board. I'm still not in edit mode. I'm just reducing the scale of this board. Now let's go to top view. So 7 is the shortcut for top view, you can see. Now I will make it rectangular, a bit wider. So hope it is clear till here. I'm just creating a basic table structure so that you can understand how things work. Now I will add another cube. In order to make its stand, I will scale it something similar to stand itself, and I will put it here. See, right now I'm not able to see below this. So what I can do, I will click on this X-ray mode. See, now the grids are visible from the bottom also, and I will go to front mode again. I'm still not in edit mode, right? So I have put it beside this, below this wooden board, you can assume. Now I have to increase the length. So there could be two ways. Either you scale it like this, or you go to edit mode. But if you are scaling it like this, it is intersecting on the top, because right now we are scaling it from center. This is the pivot, it is in center, and if we are scaling, so it is getting scaled in both direction. So here in this case, either change the pivot to some other places from where you can scale it in right direction, or go to edit mode, select these vertices and then move it down, something similar to this, right? Let's do Ctrl Z. I will show here something. See, right now I'm not in X-ray mode. This is the Blender feature, you can say. If you are coming from 3ds Max or Maya, so things are slightly different here. So I do not want to skip any part, otherwise it will be confusing, and if you are working on something you will messed up with the things. So let me go again to the front view. Let me show you. Right now I'm in edit mode, vertex mode is enabled. If I make a selection, see, I'm not in X-ray mode. I did it drag select. What's happening? These two vertices didn't get selected. So the vertices that is backside, that did not get selected. Okay, so what could be the solution? How I can select all these 4 vertices together? It is simple. Go to X-ray mode. Now make a selection. See, now everything is selected. So every time when you are trying to select something and faces, if you have to combine the faces from the behind region also, from the back region also, make sure you are in X-ray mode. Basically my recommendation will be, while making selection, make sure you are in X-ray mode, otherwise you will not realize that you have missed the faces at the back, missed the vertices selection at the back, and you will do the adjustment later on. After few iterations, you will realize that, oh, you missed something and your model is like completely distorted and has lost its shape. So that's how you have to take care while taking selection. Let me go to front view again. Since this part is clear, let's go to top view. I will make some duplicates of this, so let's make one more duplicate. After pressing Shift D, I clicked on this viewport, so that see, there are 2 things while duplicating. Let me delete and make selection. So Shift D, we start moving it, it will move. But right now I'm not sure in which axis I have moved it correctly or not. So let me delete it again. I made a selection, Shift D, I will click on the viewport. Now this gizmo is appearing. So in this direction you will move in Y axis, in this direction you will move in X axis. So right now I have to move it in X axis. I will move something similar to this. Since this base wood is created in the center, so if I have to like copy it exactly at the same distance from the center this side, then what I can do, I will go here, I will check the value of Y, it is minus 1.1717 meter. I will copy this value, I will go here. I think I'm already at the right place. I will remove this minus. Okay, I have to copy the value of X axis, but right now I copied the Y. Anyway, let me do Ctrl Z. So I need the value of X axis. How I identified it? Because I am moving in X axis direction, so I have to copy the value of X axis. I will put the value here and I will remove the minus. Now it is exactly at the same distance from the center this side also. Now I will select both. So in order to select both, right now if I click on this box is getting selected. If I double click on this, it got selected. But if I have to make selection here, again this box is getting selected. So what I can do, I can select all 3, and by holding Control, if I deselect this one, this will get deselected. Now this 2 cube at the bottom is now selected. Again I will press Shift T to duplicate it. I clicked on the viewport. Now like I have the gizmo appearing again, and now I have to move in this direction. So again you need the value from the y-axis like we did before. I will put it here, and let's keep this one in minus in order to cover this side. No, in plus this side, and again this side also it will go in plus. So now it is exactly at the same distance. Since we have all of these four legs right now in front of us, now we have to like set the length of these legs. So right now again I am in object mode. I will make selection of all these four legs. So there could be two ways here also, like you select this box, go to this mode and set the length as you need. This is one way, but you will have to do it for all four legs manually. That's a bit lengthy method, I will say. So let's simplify it even more. Another way is like select all these four, scale it in object mode itself, but oh, it's intersecting on the top because this gizmo is appearing in center, so I'm scaling it from center. No, I don't want to make it this much lengthier. What could be the other solution? See, in any creative application, to do the same thing you have multiple ways. Which way is more efficient, you will understand it once you will start working on those things. Let's say if you are creating this table right now, I am showing 3 way to create these legs. There could be multiple, there could be other ways also. Even it can be modeled from one object also. I can like create these legs from this wood board itself. So it depends on our requirement and how you can simplify the things. Every time you have to make a logic in order to simplify the things. Whichever logic is like reducing the number of steps, that's the most efficient way. Okay, so here the third step is going to be very important. You will be pressing Ctrl J. Okay, let me repeat it again. I will do Ctrl Z. Right now you can see these all are separate objects, right? We have 4 cubes. I will select all these 4 cubes together by holding shift key and clicking on this, and I will press Ctrl J. Ctrl J means join it. So once you join it, now these all 4 cubes are combined. Ctrl J is the shortcut. Now since it is joined, we are in object mode, since it is joined, now if I go to edit mode, I can access the vertices of all these 4 cubes together. And now our task is simplified. I will go to front view, make sure I am in X-ray mode so that when I make selection, back faces or vertices also get selected. See, now it is selected since I am in X-ray mode. Now you just have to increase the length, so set it accordingly as you want. Now let's check how it looks in 3D. I will get out of the X-ray mode. Oh, we have created a nice table. This is just a basic table. I mean, it can be created even in much better way, but in order to just make the things clear to you that how things works here in Blender, I created this basic table. Anyway, since we have now this nice looking basic table, let's create it in another way also, where we can utilize these tools like in a much better way, and we can understand few other tools also. Probably I will try to cover some modifiers also, if that is needed. So let's create the same table again in with another method. Right now, before I go with another method, right now you can see the legs are separate object, and this tabletop is separate object. So again, in object mode, just select both of these object and hit Ctrl J. Now it is combined. Now you can see this gizmo is appearing here at the corner, but I want it in center, and it is going below grid also. So how you can set it on the top of grid? So if you go here in object, set origin to geometry. So now it is in center of the geometry, and you can move it on the grid level. Let's go to front view. You can see this red line. So this is the grid level. This I will simply put it on this red line. Now see, it is on the top of the grid. Let's add one plane also for the base. So go to mesh, plane. Right now this plane is appearing small. So like I mentioned yesterday, you get this overlapping window. You can set the things for this plane from here, or simply I'm pressing S and scaling it. So right now this table is on some floor also, some open world floor. I hope the process is clear till here. I'm still in object mode. Let's create this table again using some different method, apart from, instead of like creating 4 different cubes and then scaling it for the legs. There could be another way also. So let's try that out. Okay, I will press Shift D in order to duplicate this table. I will move it a bit aside in x-axis, and I will hide this table. Okay, let's rename this cube 02 to table 1 and hide it. Now we have this duplicate version of the same table, so we'll rename it later on. Let's make the edit first. Right now, since we have combined all those 5 elements together, 5 objects together, let's say like this tabletop, these 4 legs, we have combined together in order to make this table 1 object. Now I have to delete these legs. How you can do? It can be done by pressing, go to edit mode, press P. P is the shortcut to separate different objects. Now you have 3 options: separate by selection, separate by material, separate by loose parts. So right now we can separate as selection. I don't want to use that. Let's say how it works. So basically, if you have selected this face, and if you want to separate this face only, or maybe you can select like this. So if you want to select this selection only, then you can use this selection. By material we will cover later on. And right now I want to separate it by loose parts. Loose parts means this is one loose part, another loose part, another one, and this is another one. This is again a different loose part. So if I press P and click on this by loose parts, you will get 5 cubes here. Again it is like previous one, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have 5 different objects. I will delete all of these objects by selecting and pressing delete key. Now my next goal is to create those legs from this tabletop itself. Let's try that out, how we can do that. I'm going, okay, let's hide this plane also. Right now it is not needed. So you remember, you recall from the last session, we can disable these eyes or press H to hide. I'm bringing it again in the center. Great. Okay, let's go to 1. Let's press 7, top view. Right now this tabletop is again in center. So right now I have to create those legs from the tabletop itself. Okay, so let's try that out. I will use this loop cut tool. So once this tool is activated, once you click on this, once this tool is active, if you hover your cursor over the object, right now this object is selected, we are in edit mode. If you hover over this object, you can see it is showing some yellow lines, yellow edges. If you click on it, it will get added. So right now let's click on this, it got added. Let's click on this also. So we have added 2 different edges. Now I will go to this X-ray mode. I will go to this move tool. I will do drag select in face mode in order to select faces. Okay, with the help of shift I will delete these faces also. Delete faces. See, if you are in edit mode, if you press delete, probably you will get this menu. It's better you right click and hit delete faces. Now it is deleted. Now I have only this one part of that table. I am reducing the number of steps. Now I will go to this loop cut again. I will add one more loop over here, and let's move it first. So since this loop is selected, if not selected, go to, right now see we have added one loop. I have to bring it here, somewhere here. So how we can do that? You have to select this loop first. See, when I'm clicking on this, I'm not able to select the entire loop. It is just selecting this top part. But I want to select the entire loop. So hold Alt and then click on this loop. Now entire loop is selected. Now I have to move it here. So again I will go to top view. Now we have this edge slide tool. If you click on this, one dot will appear. Click on this dot and start dragging it. Keep it dragging till wherever you want, or let's put it till here. I will add another loop. Again I will select this loop cut tool. I will hover my cursor over here and see, I clicked on this. So now I have added 2 different loops, but I feel that this distance needs to be a bit more wider. So again I will alt click, so this entire loop is selected, and I will click on this edge slide and I will move it a bit. Probably I'm okay with this much of wideness, or let's keep it a bit less. So I have made some edges over here that is allowing me to select these faces. See, hope you are able to recall what technique I am following. Okay, so but I do not want leg to be this much wider. I need one face over here that looks like a perfect square, and then I will extrude that face in order to make the legs. So in the similar way, like how we have added these edges here, I will add some more edges in this direction. So let's go to loop cut again. I will add another loop, and again I will go to edge slide mode. I will slide it till here. Again I will select this as loop cut tool, and I will add another. Again I have to use this edge slide. I will slide it till here, and in order to make this region look like a square, I will slide this edge also. In the similar way, alt click so the entire edge loop is selected and move it. I feel that this is quite enough, so let's keep it like this. Again I will go to this move tool, and I will select this face. Oh, edge is getting selected because I'm in edge mode. I have to go to face mode. Now the face is selected. Once I click on this, and you have this nice extrude tool that you can use in order to create one leg. Again I don't have any measurement right now to follow, so I'm extruding it randomly of any length for the time being, but we will do precision modeling also, like with proper measurements and all in future sessions. But for now, since this is just the beginning, so let's scale it something sort of this, right? Now if you go to this mode, if you go out of X-ray mode, your 1/4 region of the table is already done, and it looks really nice. Now what you can do, since you have already created this 1/4 region of the table, you can mirror rest of the region. You don't have to create this region, and this region. In fact, you don't have to worry about the distance from this center point to this leg and center point to this leg. Once you will use the mirror modifier, this will be exactly getting mirrored this side. This entire thing will be getting mirrored this side, and it's so easy also. So how you can do that? Now we will have to go to modifiers in order to get it mirrored. So where you will find modifiers, here you can see this icon. When you take your cursor over this, it says modifiers. Click on this, add modifier, search mirror. Oh, it's magic. Okay, so one side it got mirrored. If you want it to get mirror another side also, right now it got mirrored in x-axis. You can see this x-axis. If you want to get it mirrored in y-axis also, enable y. Oh, this table is ready very quickly. Now what you can do, you can collapse this. In 3ds Max usually we collapse, but in Blender we have to apply it. So I will click on apply. Now it got applied. So right now I'm not worrying about number of faces, topology, anything. I'm just creating a model. I'm trying to explain the process, how the Blender works, not how the perfect precision models gets created. So please ignore the additional vertices or edges that it getting added while explaining the process. Now I'm not able to see the wireframe, so I'm in those black lines. So go to again, I'm in edit mode. You are able to see all those black lines. I feel that the length of the legs is bit smaller, so either go to vertex mode or select all these four faces and like make the length bit bigger. Since right now all four faces are selected, I simply moved it in z-axis, so the length is increased now. Okay, since this table is done, we can do a bit of improvement. I think this edge is not needed anymore. I can remove it, or since we are not worrying about topology, we can keep it also, but for now let's remove it. How you can remove it again, that's a question. So I have already explained. Hold alt, click on this edge, entire edge loop will get selected, right click. I'm telling one more option right now, that you can make a note, dissolve edges. So now it is gone. Again hold alt, click on the edge, entire loop is selected, dissolve edge. Let's make this table a bit more beautiful by adding a bit more detail. Again, I'm not creating this base region stands and all. I mean those are joining points. Like usually when you will see a simple table, this will get joined from this to this. Or we can do it. Shall we do it? Probably we can do. I could have done it before mirroring it. My work could get reduced a bit. Let me think. Shall we do it? We'll leave it. We will cover those things in some other session. I do not want to stretch this session unnecessarily. But how you can make a bit more what is called detailed and refined. So right now you can see this is okay. Let me go out of this mode. This is looking very sharp, but usually none of the table will be this much sharp. So what you can do, you can select this entire thing. This is not a perfect loop, so I have to select it by pressing alt on all and clicking on these loops all four side. Like let's say if I'm clicking on this, so I'm not able to select this entire loop. If I hold alt and click, entire loop is selected. This is again another loop, so hold alt and shift also and then click on this. Hold shift and alt and click on this. You are adding more things to your selection. That's what you are doing. Hold alt shift and then click on this. Now all these all these points or edges are selected. I'll be adding these also. Okay, these also and these also. Now I want to make it a bit rounded so it looks nice. So how you can do that? There are some ways, so let's try bevel. I have given the command bevel and clicked on it. Now if I increase the width, see what's happening. Okay, another loop got added, but I want to make the corners rounded, so I will add some more segments over there. Right now segment count is 1. If you make it 0, okay, let's do Ctrl Z, bevel edges. See, if you drag your mouse, it will get bevel, but I don't want to do it like this. I want to do it with some value. So click, now make it 0.001. No, this is very less, 0.01. Again, this is very less, 0.1. No, 0.05. Okay, let's keep it 0.05, and I want to add 3 segments, or maybe let's skip it just 2. Yeah, let's keep it 2. See, now like these edges are more refined. It is looking much better than what we were seeing earlier. So now you understand, you understand how bevel works, how uh, extrude work, how edge slide works. Edge slide, extrude, and this is bevel that we use from the right click option. So 3 tools we have covered, and we have made this nice looking table. Hope this is clear to everyone. If you have any doubts in the process, feel free to put it in comments. I will try my best to answer actively. Or if you are doing this exercise, if you want to get your model QC'd by me, if you want to get your output checked, that is it looking correct or not, you can email your file to me. I will check it and respond back as quicker as possible. I will try my best to be very active when I receive any I mean any submission for checking. Again, I'm leaving it up to you. If somebody wants, you are most welcome. If not, then just practice it out, and like if you are feeling benefited with this explanation or the way I'm explaining, let me know your thought also. If you feel this explanation is a bit complicated, let me know. I will try to simplify. I will try to go even more slower so that you can understand it in a much better way. My end goal is to make you perfect in Blender modeling. Probably I will be having multiple session on modeling. Like as per my current plan, I want to like make it a detailed modeling session, multiple detailed modeling session where we will cover till humans. And once we are done with the modeling, we will go to unwrapping, texturing, and lighting rendering part also. So this is the plan for now. If you have any input regarding this, let me know. But I want to as per my current plan, I want to go in phases. Learn the modeling first in detail, then go for unwrapping and texturing. So let's rename this table to table 2. Basically you can do these bevels for these legs also. Let's try it out right away. Again, I'm not worrying about the topology and poly count right now. I'm simply like looking at the trying to make the process clear to everyone. See, right now with the help of alt click, like only these loops are getting selected. So what we can do, let me go to the X-ray mode, select this, and let's try beveling. .05. I know this is creating some undesired polygon shapes. Let it be. We'll see those things later on. For now, I'm just focusing on adding more details. Segment count is 2, and let's see what we got. Okay, now these are also looking like a bit more detailed, and it's looking nice. Now since we have this table 2 and this table 1, let's check it side by side. I will put this one also on the same grid line, the table 2. Height is bit more than what we have done for the another table, so let's make it of same height, nearly same. I will go to edit mode, vertex mode, and See, right now I'm not in X-ray mode, so back vertexes are not selected. So let's do Ctrl Z. X-ray mode is must while making selection. And now shall I make this 0? No. Okay, we'll do it manually. I will go to vertex mode, make selection, move it a bit on this red grid line. Now you have two different tables, and both are done in two different ways. Let me show you. Let me know in the comment that which one looks good to you. These are just the basic models. I mean, this is just 5-minute thing, like honestly speaking, while you will be working properly as an expert. But right now, like, since we are going with the process, I'm explaining bit by bit. I'm trying to make you clear with the process, how tool function, how blender functions. I'm going in detail. I'm not being in rush to like skip and move ahead. So that once you are clear with the functioning of blender, I think you yourself can cover it in just 5 minutes. There is nothing complex in it. This method is just 2-minute thing. This method is like, you can say 2 to 3 minutes, like max 5 minutes. And usually we will be not following this strategy, if I say, because we are creating a lot of different object in this, but this is more, I mean, accurate way of modeling, and this is very low poly also. So usually in games we follow these techniques. And if we subdivide these meshes, again you will be getting confused about the subdivision terms, so we will cover those later on. I mean, kind of when we will be not worrying about the poly count, and we will be just caring about the detail. So we can add multiple subdivision here and add more detail, so it will be, I mean, getting covered in that way also. So in both way you have to like stick to this method instead of like creating a lot of different objects for one simple shape. Like right now why I'm telling. So if I separate this, okay, the same shortcut, go to edit mode, P, loose parts. So see, it has 5 different loose parts. If I click on this, same edit mode, P, loose parts, it doesn't have any loose part. It is just a single object. So that's the difference. Okay, let me do Ctrl Z so that both are combined. Okay, table 1, table 2. Now we have plane also, so let me add these floors a bit here. Now you have nice looking table. So I'm assuming everything is clear. If you have any doubt or confusion, let me know in the comment, or if you are doing this exercise, like, feel free to email your file on my email, and I will try to give my feedback on that. And I would be really very happy to see if anyone is progressing on progressing with these sessions, like we move forward. Let me save this file. Probably I have not covered the saving part, so we will save this file and end the session for today. So how you can save? Go to file, save as. Probably if you are an expert, things would be clear, but if you are a newbie to Blender, so I mean, you might struggle. So let's make it exercise 1. If you need this file, let me know. I will drop a link to download for your reference. That's all for today. We have covered a lot. If you practice properly, I think you can nail it down. And these are just the basic beginning of the Blender. So obviously if you already know Blender, these sessions are not useful to you. But if you are new, if you are new learner, if you are migrating from other application like 3ds Max, Maya to Blender, probably these sessions are going to be useful. And upcoming future sessions, I mean after a week or 15 days, I think the sessions I would be giving on some complex modeling or moderate modeling, that would be useful for everyone, whether you know Blender or you doesn't know Blender. So I mean everyone will be almost at the same level, and especially the human model sessions. I will try to bring some example of human models in order to show in some future sessions so that you can get aware. Anyway, thanks everyone for going through me, and we will catch up in the next session.